What's up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Ashley. For those who are new here, hello and welcome. And today I want to talk all about the fall garden. It is currently the 1st of September and we are officially in preparation mode for the fall garden. So first things first, if you guys are new here, I am in Central Ohio Zone 6A. And we are like pretty much at the ass end of the summer garden. There's still a lot of production happening, especially with tomatoes and peppers, but everything else at this point is like kind of fizzling out. So let's just go check that out real quick before we get into the seeds that I have already sowed and what I plan to sow for the fall garden. So let's get it going. I've got a bit of a mess going on here, so ignore that. But these are my first two beds. As soon as you walk into my garden, like I said, I still have some tomatoes producing. Those are the striped aromas there. Here are some regular aromas. And then these are also were labeled as aromas, but you can tell the shape is just like a little different. It kind of has that point there, and I kind of tore back some stuff over here just to allow some airflow because I feel like it was getting kind of suffocated over here. So I still have plenty of herbs and things, but I cut back my anise hyssop quite a bit. And then as you can see in the background there, I dumped my potato bags, and I only got like 4 potatoes, but that's fine. And over here in this bed, which is mostly my pepper bed, as I said, peppers are just now really starting to produce quite a bit. A Tabasco pepper, my banana pepper, sweet banana, and my jalapenos over here. And then I've got one lonely little fish pepper back there. So those are all doing really well. But you guys, this is my Kellogg's breakfast. This is the biggest freaking tomato I have ever grown in my life. I can't wait to harvest that. And then Plebano's back there, and then my other black beauty, as you can see, is producing nicely. Then over here in this little section, if you guys have been here before, then you've seen this. My paprika peppers, they kind of like were at a standstill for a second. They were the first ones to start producing, and so like now that I'm actually harvesting a little bit more, they really just kind of geared up and started pumping out the fruits. And then of course my cayenne just always does so good. Like, this is such a good pepper to grow if you need like some extra motivation, because it's going to produce. And then I have one lonely little Shiseido pepper growing back here. This one has produced quite a bit. I feel like I'm definitely going to grow more of these plants in the next upcoming years, but I just wanted to try it out to see if I would even like it, and so far I have liked it. It's a really mild pepper, really good to put in almost any dish. Like if you just need some sort of pepper substitute, like if you don't have a lot of bell peppers, it has like a nice bell peppery type flavor. So really excited about that one. I'll definitely be growing a lot more. Look at all these tomatoes. Like, I just noticed how many Kellogg's breakfasts tomatoes I have that are producing on here all of a sudden. It's crazy because for a while there, I didn't think that I was going to get anything from this tomato plant, and it has just kicked into gear, and now I'm getting all the tomatoes, so that's really exciting. So with this one, it started much later, but I'm really hopeful. Just with that big ass tomato right there, y'all, it's gonna be lit. All right, so this looks completely different since the last time I have shown you guys. This was the bed that I was having the issues with the soil. However, since then I have amended it with some garden soil as well as this organic humus and manure. And I went on ahead and direct sown some cabbages. We're gonna go through all of that. But yeah, this is mostly a cabbage bed. And then I had one lonesome squash come up, and I had no idea what it was, so I was waiting to see. And it looks like it is a patty pan squash. I don't know where or how this seed got over here, but I'm thankful because I haven't had any squash yet so far. And then I also have one little lonesome ground cherry that I transplanted from a volunteer. So yeah, this is what we have going on over here. And then over here, what's new is my green beans. Well, actually my red burgundy beans, just now starting to get some production on those. I just put a second wave of these are just regular green beans over here, as well as I sowed all of my carrots, some bok choy, as well as I have just a few little seedlings coming up, and then also some kohlrabi that has not yet come up. And then also along here before was where my cucumbers were, but now it will be sweet peas. I have not yet done anything with this section. I'm not 100% sure where I want to put or what I want to put here yet, but we're about to sit down and figure that out. All right, y'all, so let's talk seeds. So in this box, I keep all of the seeds that I plan to use, as well as my little notes to just, you know, notate anything that I'd already sown. But let's talk about varieties. So as far as carrots, I showed you the section that I sowed all the carrots. I went with 4 different varieties here. I have the chutney carrots, which I've sown these in the past without much luck, but I'm giving it another run. These carrots only get about, it says, these are like smaller carrots, so maybe they get only about that long or so. So got those. The black nebula carrots, which I actually sowed early spring, and most of them ended up going to seed, so I'm hoping they do better in the fall. And then I have the scarlet Nance, which these are like, you know, your typical carrots. I didn't have a whole lot of seeds, so I just sowed what I had left in this pack. And again, I tried these before and just didn't do very well. But this year, again, I'm very hopeful because I actually got carrots in the spring. So yeah, got those. And then also some ox heart carrots, which I actually grew these in the early spring. And these were the ones that did really well. They didn't get very big. They were, you know, miniature, but I got some. So I'm hopeful that I will get more. All right, and then the other varieties that I showed you that I already sowed in the one bed, I ended up going with the purple Vienna kohlrabi, the pak choy bok choy, and these seeds are the sugar snap peas. I ordered these from Fruition Seeds, so they don't have a picture on the front, but they were bulk. And then the second wave of green beans that I did were the Blue Lake. All right, so as far as my cabbage bed, this is what I've actually sown already. I sowed 3 Napa cabbage, which I tried to get these going in the spring as well. You guys seen in my earlier spring, my early spring garden tour, how they just went straight to bolt. So I'm hoping that I have better luck this go round in the spring, or in the fall. And then I have Brunswick cabbage. This was a free seed pack from a Baker Creek order. And these were the ones that I actually had good luck with in the summer. You guys seen, maybe you've seen, I don't know. I can't remember if I actually filmed that or not. But I did harvest a couple cabbages that I grew of these. So I'm really excited to try these again. I got some collards, just some, you know, Georgia Southern, some dinosaur kale, some Japanese giant red mustard greens, and the scarlet kale, which I have done really well with in the past. So I'm excited to see how these do in the fall. So as far as future sowings, there are quite a few things that I still need to get in the ground. Once I clear out like the one bed of my tomatoes, I plan to sow some Varieties spinach, which is like a larger leaf spinach, which I'm hoping will do really well. This says that it can really withstand a good frost, so this is something that I'm definitely going to give a go. And then some radicchio, which I've never grown before, but it just feels kind of fancy. I'm actually thinking that I may put it in that patch where I had my cucamelons before, so definitely going to try this one out. As far as lettuces are concerned, I just picked out a couple. The Bib Butterhead is one, and then the Marvel of Four Seasons. All right, and then as far as the pepper bed is concerned, I wanted to dedicate that bed to put all of my root vegetables in, because it's going to be much later when I actually pull out all of my peppers. I want to put something in there that's going to turn around really quick. So I have a ton of different radishes, so we'll go through those really quickly. I just tossed this to the side because it's just a blend, but the purple plum radish here, I'm going to try out. The German giant, hailstone radish, which is a beautiful white radish, which I've never tried before, but I'm excited to try it out. I've got squirrels over here boxing. They're going at each other. It's great. I have some golden ball turnip. That's another purple plum, purple top turnip. Yeah. And then the early scarlet globe. These ones are amazing. If you want to get something to come like really, really quick, the German, or the turnaround rate, or the days to harvest on this are 20 to 30 days. So if you want something to, you know, come to fruition really, really fast, this is your girl. Just extra ones. Now these ones I'm really excited about. I didn't do well with these in the early spring. These are the watermelon radishes. Look how beautiful those are. I hear they're really, really good. Like I said, I didn't do too well with them in the spring, but we're gonna give it another run. And then also the black Spanish radish, which is just another really pretty radish. And then as far as beets are concerned, I just have like some of the basic varieties. So like blood, or bull's blood, Detroit dark red. I do have the golden Detroit beet, which I tried these in the early spring as well. I think I overcrowded them, so I'm definitely gonna use a tool to try to help space things out a little bit better so I can get a full beet. And then I do have just a couple of rutabagas, the American purple top, as well as, oh, these are both American purple top. That's weird. The picture looks completely different, but these are the two that I'm thinking about. And then I also have some shallots that I want to try out. I've never grown shallots before. I believe you do sow them in the late fall and you get a crop by the early spring or so. So they do take quite a bit of time. They're a 110-day variety. So we will see how that goes. All right, you guys, so that pretty much wraps up the garden update as far as what's currently going on and what I'm planning on doing soon. If you do want to see things in action and keep up with all the updates, definitely make sure that you hit the subscribe button, as well as leaving any requests down in the comment section below. It really helps me to understand what you guys actually want to see as far as gardening is concerned. So I will be more than happy to share. So definitely do that for me. Don't forget to subscribe. And until the next time, I wish you all health, wealth, and prosperity. Peace out.